Welcome, Gemini, to your in-depth weekly astrology overview and zodiac forecast for week commencing the 20th of April for the ascendant, the sun, or the moon. Going to share with you the big themes of the week first, then on screen your event chart as we come into the week, always influential. I'll then go through each of the influences frame by frame to give you a clear picture of what you can expect in terms of energy, work, relationships, and finances. I'm astrologer Patrick Arundel. A very warm welcome. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so now to help it to continue to thrive. But please also click or tap the bell notification symbol. As last week came to a close, Gemini, we had a coalition of energy in the part of your chart to do with your higher purpose, but also to do with your friendships, your social interaction, but your longer term plan. And one of those influences was including Mercury, your ruler. So Mars and Saturn were in a conjunction in Aries for the first time in 28 years. But that could have created a lot of frustration, even some sharp words, if you have felt a little bit disappointed by how some people have been. Now, later on Monday, the sun moves into the sign behind yours of Taurus. Now, the sun in Taurus is very much about the earthly principle, can be about money, our self-worth, but for you, it's the 12th house, which can have a healing dimension. But Venus, the planet of relating, but also money, has been in that area at the start of the week for just slightly over 3 weeks. So you may have gone through quite a period of deep reflection. Now, later in the week, Venus will connect with Uranus. You could hear from someone completely out of the blue, but then they both move into Gemini. And in the case of Uranus, returning after that 4 month visit of last year for the next 7 years. And that's truly exciting. So on the screen now, Gemini, is that event chart. And there's Mercury, your ruler, and either side is Saturn and Mars. Now, Saturn in a conjunction with Mercury can make our thinking a little bit more somber, even though the 11th house can be a house of good fortune. You're thinking very seriously and expressing your ideas in a way that other people know what you say is truly what you mean. But because Mars was in that conjunction to Saturn, if there have been some situations where you felt thwarted and what you wanted to achieve has been held back by other people, your sense of injustice about that could be quite powerful. And if that your point of view or your philosophy is coming from Pluto, which is linking back to these guys, but with the sun moving later on Monday into that 12th house, if there is a sense of dissatisfaction, you feel someone's not been in your corner as much as you'd like, even a little bit of disloyalty, fair weather friends have been illuminated, that's going to be something you're much more conscious of from Monday onwards. But as the week goes on, as the sun moves forwards, it does come into a square with Pluto. And even if you have wanted to just accept that there maybe has been a difference of opinion, somehow or another it may be very challenging not to let all that energy come up, boiling up as the week draws to a close if you do feel a sense of injustice. But just know by Friday, we have a quarter moon in the sign of Leo, which can bring even more information into the open, but it's important not to get too caught up, especially if there's someone around you who tends to be a little bit of a gossip. But that conjunction between Venus and Uranus on Friday in Taurus could see a surprise text or email or phone call, and it may be from precisely the person you're not expecting it from, but it could be quite revelatory. But then Venus moves into your sign, followed by Uranus as we get to the end of the week. And the combination of the two of them really encourages you to reset your personal identity in some kind of dazzling, new and fresh way. But if you have been going through processing that disappointment over any kind of relationship, I think by the end of the week, you're going to want to get on the front foot, be more bubbly about things, and seize the moment to move forwards on your terms. But over the next 7 years, Uranus in your sign is certainly going to give you a fabulous opportunity to set the pace in your own unique, inimitable way. I'm going to summarize those four areas of work, energy, finance, and relationships next, Gemini. But just to say, I've slashed the price of my personal horoscope reports. You can now pay for one, the Life Roadmap report, but get two more free, your 12-month transits, but also your draconic chart, which helps you to understand your deeper soul or karmic journey. Why have I done this? I realise people are feeling the pinch, but also I'm passionate about more people using astrology to understand, steering their journey, just like it's helped me. Please see below for more. So pay for one and get three in total. Now, in terms of Uranus entering your sign, if you've yet to watch your 84-year Uranus cycle video, that's on the screen. If you've yet to watch your Aries new moon video, on the screen. If you would like to work with me one-to-one, please see my testimonials below. And if you've yet to sign up for your free daily horoscope, fire to your device each morning, where you can get your celestial pit stop early each day. You can do that below too. So to summarize, I think when it comes to your professional situation, the North Node continues to ask you to tune in to your instincts, which is not necessarily something you find so easy to do. Also, as far as finance, Jupiter through to the end of June does give you a fabulous platform to have some kind of serendipity. But what about these players in the 11th house? Well, certainly, if you're in an organization, a group situation, uh, any kind of dynamic where it's working collectively with people, if you do feel that it's not as supportive as it could be, you may go through a period of deep reflection about what to do, whether it is to do with your job or it is to do with relationships. But I think Venus and Uranus come in together on Friday does mean it's not beyond the realms of possibility that you think about an old flame or they think about you, or if there has been a breakdown in communication recently, that there is an olive branch offered to try to talk it through. But equally, if you're really not happy with someone at the moment, by the end of this week and the transition of Venus and Uranus into your sign, that could be a break point for you where you want to step forwards on your own unique terms. And that may mean breaking away from a relationship you're no longer enjoying. Wishing you all the best for this week, Gemini. See you again soon.